her to not be able to cry. Please welcome Candace Mitchell.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, just like children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people around us permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. I am honored to be before you this afternoon at a very critical time in my life when I am choosing to step out into the unknown and fulfill a dear dream of mine. It can be a very scary feeling, yet I have chosen to feel the fear, embrace it, and do it anyway. You know, sometimes we get right to the edge of doing something great. And then, right when we're about to take that step of faith, our mental kicks in and says, whoa, what are you doing here? I am out of my comfort zone. Everything was just fine. I want to stay where I am familiar. But sometimes we have to get a little comfortable with being uncomfortable. We have to be willing to go that extra mile. We have to exercise our faith muscles just a little bit, and that's the only way that change and growth happens. I like to talk about 3 ways in which sometimes our fear encapsulates us, preventing the inception of greatness, the fulfillment of our potential, and the confirmation of our dreams. The first way may be oftentimes that we can't see the full picture of what has been planned out for us. We may be presented with only just the next small step in a bigger journey, or maybe just a small piece of a bigger puzzle. And at the moment, we don't know how all the pieces fit together. Now, how unfortunate would it be if we allowed our mental roadblocks and our emotions wanting us to do things the logical way and have the fear overcome every aspect of our being? We would have missed it. That essential milestone would not be reached, and that next step would eventually disappear. And the ultimate plan would not have come together the way that it should have. But we have guidance about this. In the Bible it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and actually do not lean into your own understanding. In all your ways, if you acknowledge him, he will direct your path. Steps of faith are almost certain to be required of you at some point in your life. And you have to have the trust and courage that everything is working out on your behalf. Another thing that tends to get us is when we're called to accept an opportunity. Sometimes we don't think we have all the credentials necessary for it. We don't feel we're quite good enough for that position. Has anyone perhaps applied for a job and you looked at the criteria list and said, well, I don't have this, I don't have that. Or maybe the status quo is that you should graduate from this type of school, or you should have this type of degree to work at this type of place. All of these thoughts are taking place in our mind, inhibiting our wings from flying the way that they should. If something is for you, it is for you. And we cannot hold ourselves back from that. Even in leadership, Say your manager or director comes to you and says, I want you to present at the next all-hands meeting. I know what I would say. You want me to do what? No, not me. I cannot do that. At the time, it may seem like a big endeavor, but it is possible. You may not have noticed that your manager was actually grooming you at the time, allowing you to present in certain team meetings or lead certain topics. And you didn't really realize that that was preparation for you to accept that opportunity. But we are never called to do a task that we cannot handle, which brings me to my last point. Sometimes we have a fear of sharing our gifts with others, vocalizing our thoughts and our deepest desires, or simply even coming up to this podium to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. That's why Toastmasters is such a great place to be. It has allowed me to push myself through the fear of expressing fully who I am and what I believe, or even just creatively coming up here and making something up off the top of my head. It was uncomfortable at first, but it's an opportunity to grow in a way that allows you to jump at every opportunity to speak in front of an audience, no matter how big or small it is. You never know who is listening, and you never know the impact that you would have if you just take that first step. If you just raise your hand, volunteer, come up here and just do it. After all, we have great models right here in this room to learn from. Don't you remember that classic line, life is a stage, so shut your stuff. Yes, that is true. Take every chance to do so. Several messages have shined through these meetings and touched me personally, inspiring me to fight the fear and keep the faith. Every small desire placed on your heart is real. If there's something that you've been wanting or waiting to do in your life, jump out, be fearless, and don't waste another second. After all, it's the constant pursuit of your desires that ultimately leads to your success. I want to share something that my grandmother sent me, and I think she has some supernatural powers because every time she sends me a card, the words are directly applicable to my life at the time, and I'm like, is she reading my mind? She's about 3,000 miles away. I don't think that she could know what I'm going through, but she does. The card is life's journey. As you journey through life, choose your destinations well, but do not hurry there. Wander the back roads and the forgotten paths. Seek out new voices, strange sights, and ideas foreign to your own. Such things are riches for the soul. May happiness always be your companion wherever you go and whatever you do. With that, I offer my farewell to all of you. I have truly enjoyed my time here. I will make you all proud. There's no doubt about that. And I'm so thankful that I've had the chance for you all to be a part of my life, and I will dearly miss each and every one of you. Let's say Toastmasters.